So he said, be real careful what happens back there. But you have a congressional delegation with Mike Enzi and with Liz Cheney and me who are going to there to work for you, to stand by you, and to fight for you. And all of the issues that Mike talked about. And I'm here delighted to be here with my wife, Bobby Brown Barrasso from Thermopolis, Wyoming, who I know you dated one or two guys from Orland when you were in high school. But Bobby, thank you for being here today to celebrate, join this great celebration. We're both, yeah, you should clap for her. You really should. What's up? Somebody said to me, what do you owe your success to? I said, well, I owe my political success to my wife, Bobby, and I owe my medical success to Yvonne Curry, who grew up here and whose dad is here, and how many years he's worked here, but she is still running our office at Casper Orthopedics, and has done that for 35 years. It gets home to Orland quite a bit, but still lives in Casper. But Bobby and I are here just to tell you how much we appreciate and admire and respect what this community has been able to continue to do. You know, when Mike talks about some of the attacks, it is astonishing what we have seen here over 100 years of people with strong backbones and a lot of heart and nerve and guts. Real grit, drive, and determination to make sure that every day, Mike, you've been able to win those battles and fight those battles, and, you know, and hang tough and hold on tight, take the heat, plow through the storm. But that's the history of Wyoming. It really is. When you think about this place, you know, Teddy Roosevelt loves Wyoming, just loved it. And he gave a speech in Laramie, and he said, you know, you get a great education here at the university, but more important, he said, is the character of the people. And then Ronald Reagan came to Wyoming, and he said the thing he loved about Wyoming and the Rocky Mountain West, he said, is people here still believe the future is ours to shape. And folks in this community are continuing to shape this future. You see it right here with Wyoming Sugar. You see it with Southside Elementary School, which was named one of the three, Blue Ribbon, Presidential Blue Ribbon School, one of the top 3 schools in Wyoming last year. And we have hundreds of schools in Wyoming, and Southside here in Moreland was under the top 3. And then you see it with Terry Wolf, the county commissioner who had back in Washington to testify about how one size fits all in Washington doesn't work in Wyoming. We had to get a county commissioner, and we turned to Washington County and had Terry Wolf come back to do it. Because we know that, and you all know, it's our faith and our family and our friends that hold us all together. It's our churches and our communities and our charities that really make a difference. Because as my dad, I learned a lot of lessons from Jerry Geis, but I learned a lot from my father as well, who was a World War II veteran, just like Bobby's dad from Thermopolis, who was a World War II veteran, and Bobby's dad got called back to Korea. And I know that happened to a lot of folks in Worland and Thermopolis, as well as Cody and Powell, this whole group, the Cowboy Cannoneers, the 2-300, that got called back to Korea. And as Bob Brown said, who's now 91, he said after what's going on in North Korea, he said, look, if I have to go back and tell them a thing or two, I'm ready. Which is the volunteer spirit of Wyoming. So I'd like to just take a second because of these great veterans, and I know we have our American Legion working over here feeding us. Could I ask all of the veterans to please stand and let us thank you for what you have done over the years to keep us safe and keep us free. Thank you. I have with me what's called a challenge coin that you give to soldiers, and I give it to our Wyoming soldiers when I go overseas to thank them for their service, and it has the Bucking Bronco steamboat on it, and I'm going to go and I want to give each of our veterans who are here today one of these Wyoming challenge coins to thank you for your service. My dad, who was a World War II vet like Bobby's dad, he was in the Battle of the Bulge. Growing up, he would always say, John, put your faith in God, not in the government, and never confuse the two. So I would just say to each and every one of you today, as Bobby and I are here to thank you for your leadership and your friendship, we would just say, God bless you, God bless Wyoming, God bless the United States of America. Thanks for letting us be with you today.
Thanks, Senator Barrasso. So, yeah, just a quick thank you to Post 44 for coming and preparing our meal for us this afternoon.
Yeah, I'll be back. Yeah, about a week.
And then I'll let yeah, so Mark Gertz is over here and prepared the video that Senator Barrasso referred to. Come on in, just go in this door, our boardroom, and it's just playing on a continuous loop in here. It's about 9 minutes long.